Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I did these really awesome farmhouse inspired Easter decorations using items bought from the Dollar Tree and the Goodwill. And the best thing about it is that one of these items I decided to make it to where you can interchange it within each season or each holiday. As you can see here, I have my St. Patrick's Day and just a regular one for when there isn't a holiday that month. Same thing with the Easter eggs, you guys. This is something that you could just easily remove without having to worry about having to put away such a large decoration piece, which just takes up more room. So this is easily stored and it just looks amazing. Now for the first item, I purchased this for $2.49, I believe it's what it was. I had already ripped off half of the sticker, and I am using my Waverly chalk paint for this. And the brush I purchased at the dollar store. It was a pack of 2 that I got, and I had used one for my previous project, so I had one left over. And now this sign, it was brand new. You can it still had the price tag on the back, and it still had some of the cardboard around on the corners. And I absolutely love the color that was underneath. So I just focused on doing the paint mainly on the middle part where it said home. And then I left the ends without having to sand it or anything because it already looked distressed. So with my twine, I just decided to do some hot glue, and then to reinforce it, I went ahead and I added some very small nails to make sure that when it's hung up, that it's not gonna fall down and break. Here is the bunny that I purchased, and now I was gonna paint it, but I decided that I really love the back part of it. So all I did was remove the sticker, and I purchased this at the Dollar Tree, you guys. And then all I did was put the bunny tail right back on there. And here for my St. Patrick's Day decoration, I went ahead and I started wrapping it around with my twine, in which I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this was a bit tedious, took me some time. I sort of regretted it, but then once I seen the finished product, I was sold. It was beautiful, it was worth the time. And then on some of the end pieces that were sticking out, all I did was cut some extra pieces of the twine instead of having to wrap it around, and then I just hot glued it on there, as you can see here. And voila, this is what it looks like. And of course, I need to be able to hang it, so I just put a little bit of hot glue on there, and I put a little piece of twine. Okay, so for this little welcome sign, I purchased this at the Dollar Tree. I just took off the butterfly that was on top. And at first, you guys, I had painted it white, as you can see here, and it just looked like it blended too much with the background of the frame. So I just went ahead and repainted it black. I went over with my sponge brush and just lightly dabbed on some of that white to give it just a little bit more dimension. And then all I did was put it right back on the sign. And now for this one, I'm so sorry, you guys. I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. And the little block that you see on there, I purchased that at the Goodwill for 99 cents. And all I did was paint it white. And then this bunny you see came as like a banner that had a lot of colored Easter bunnies that I was going to use to decorate my daughter's room. And I just grabbed one, I cut it in half to fit my little frame, my block. And then I just went ahead and put some of that moss on it and just did some hot glue on there. And the moss you can purchase at the Dollar Tree. This bunny banner, I actually got it at the Dollar Tree too. It's just, I'm sorry, you guys. I thought I was recording, and it was a little bit too late by the time I realized that it was not recording. So I apologize for that. But what I did here is I didn't want some of those pieces to stick out. I wanted to be nice and sharp. So I just kind of kept gluing some of the pieces that were hanging out. And then here, we're just gonna go ahead and glue it onto our block. And it was green, and I decided to paint it white so that you couldn't see too much of the green. Look how stinking cute that is. And I went over with my Waverly chalk paint just on the edges to give it that really nice distressed farmhouse look. And I did dry brushing on here with an old brush that I had, or I believe maybe, no, yeah, I think that one was an older brush. The other one still had white paint on it. And this is something that I probably should have done before I put on hot glue and put on the bunny on there, but it still worked out. And then I went in with my matte acrylic paint on some of the corners so that it gives it just a little bit more pop. And then I bought this at the Dollar Tree. You get a good amount of it. You really don't need so much. And I did like a bow around its neck. But if you like how it looks by itself, then you can leave it like that. And I mean, you don't have to have a block like this. I just got lucky that day at the Goodwill that I found it. But you could use something at the Dollar Tree that's flat. I mean, this only costed me 99 cents. And now I bought these at the dollar store also. And I decided, since I don't like a lot of color, and if you're like me and you love to decorate for the holidays, but yet you don't really like to have too much color, then this is right up your alley. I decided to save the sticks, and I used my white acrylic paint. I didn't want to waste my Waverly chalk paint. And I just one by one, I painted them. And then once they were fully dry, I grabbed my little detailing brush and I used some of my gray Waverly chalk paint, and I went over on the areas that I can tell where the glitter glue was on there. So it gave me a base for me to already follow. And then all I did is I made a couple bows to hot glue onto the sticks. Here is the finished product on the eggs, in which I absolutely love. And then these little carrots I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and these bunnies, I believe I got them for 69 cents a piece at the Goodwill. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to make these awesome Easter farmhouse decorations. And now, if you loved the video, then please make sure that you give me a thumbs up. And then also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see all these wonderful videos that I will be bringing your way. Now, if you're curious as to how I made this 3-tier tray, then I will go ahead and leave the link in the description box for you guys. And until next time, you guys, have a safe Easter, and I will see you on the next DIY.